This just in, Spider-Man has been seen across the pond fighting alongside a new superhero, only known as the International Man of Mystery. What's up everybody, Jared here with another friendly world-traveling Spider-Man of a movie review. Now, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell icon to stay up to date on this channel's newest reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. So last night I went out and saw a midnight showing of the new Spider-Man movie. I'm a little bit tired. Spider-Man Far From Home. Following the events of Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man must step up to take on new threats in a world that has changed forever. So does Far From Home set up a whole new world for the future of the MCU? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Spider-Man Far From Home in the comments down below. I'm curious if you love this world-traveling aspect to Spider-Man. Now let's get into some of the good. Getting right into it, Mysterio, this fishbowl-wearing weirdo magician special effects character, they nailed this perfectly. They portrayed this character with such care, from the costume to the fishbowl to his powers and everything. Everything I remember from the animated show in the 90s is exactly what this character is, and I'm so glad that they did the first time on big screen, they did this character justice. Honestly, Mysterio might be my favorite character in the MCU right now. They did this character so well, and Jake Gyllenhaal portraying Quentin Beck is charming, he's likable, he's a badass. There might be more than meets the eye, but getting him to portray this character, bringing him to the big screen, I couldn't have asked for more. On the other hand, Tom Holland as Spider-Man Peter Parker, he steps it up even more. You know, he's conflicted. You know, there's been 5 years that have passed. There's been, you know, the world has changed, but he's kind of still this kid. And it's in this movie, it's this inner conflict that very much is reminiscent of Spider-Man 2. His struggle between his personal life, what he wants to do, him being a normal kid, and then also being a Spider-Man, a superhero, someone that has gone to space to fight aliens. Tom Holland's performance makes you feel for the mess-ups almost that this kid is making, because he's trying to learn, trying to be this hero without a mentor. Now let's get into the spectacle of everything. Obviously, from the trailers, you saw Mysterio, you saw Spider-Man, you saw these elementals, and it was big, it was epic, it was appealing to the eye. And in this movie, they do not skimp out on that at all. It's what's in the trailer built up tenfold. I mean, just watching Mysterio fly across the screen with this green smoke and him shooting these powers is amazing. Spider-Man in his stealth suit with fireworks exploding in the background, and them having to work together to take down these giant elemental monsters, you know, water, wind, fire, earth. All of this looks fantastic, and I honestly think that there's some sequences or some shots that they took straight from the newest PlayStation 4 video game, because a lot of it was reminiscent, it felt right, and I'm so glad that they either took notice to that or vice versa. But adding to these giant action set pieces is the visual effects and the CGI. I mean, it looked fantastic. Again, going back to Mysterio, everything with that character, the goofy fishbowl on his head was fantastic. And there's one sequence in the movie that is straight up from the comics, the video games, the 90s animated series that, like I said, it feels like it's taken right from there, updated with, you know, the today's special effects and graphics and stuff. It's absolutely perfect, on brand for the character. That's all I'm gonna say. Obviously, this is a CG heavy film. A lot of it looks great. I wouldn't say 100%. There are a few jarring scenes, but overall, it looks very, very good. Lastly, the humor. Again, this is very reminiscent of a John Hughes film, and the humor in this one, it starts from the opening 5 minutes. It's dry, it's sarcastic, it's witty, it's very subtle, and fit a lot of the characters. This might be the funniest Spider-Man movie we've gotten, which is a great thing. Obviously, there's action, there's character development, there's humor, and it's not overwhelming to break up all of these scenes. There might be one or two people that aren't fully on board for it, but I thought it worked very, very well. I absolutely loved Spider-Man Far From Home, but I think that the one negative I would have to find are some of the motivations from characters, you know, both good, bad, heroes, villains, they felt a little thin, specifically the villains more than the heroes. Their actions didn't entirely justify their reasoning, so I didn't think that it was 100% believable. I'm trying to be vague here because, you know, spoilers. Overall, Spider-Man Far From Home is a wonderful follow-up to Spider-Man Homecoming, with it building upon Spider-Man and Peter Parker, a perfect portrayal of Mysterio, some humor, special effects, and great action set pieces, but with some of the character motivations feeling a little thin. I would highly recommend checking out Spider-Man Far From Home. It answers a lot of questions that are put up in Endgame, and then also ask a lot more for the future of the MCU. In closing, I'm gonna give Spider-Man Far From Home 4.5 out of 5 fishbowl heads. So what did you guys think of Spider-Man Far From Home? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, you know, movie reviews, trailer reactions, fun comedy skits. There's a lot of videos, go and check those out. I don't know, I think I'm taking a little bit of vacation, so stay tuned for that. Follow all of my social media stuff down there. Click that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay up to date on this channel's newest content. And until next time, I'll see you later.